Interestingly, Father Adam was ordained just last year, 6 months ago from the time of this interview. We ask him about the past few months and his childhood.
It's really been, since ordination, just part of me feels like this is still all new. Part of me feels as if I've been doing this my entire life, and it just feels natural, just a part of who I am, because this is who the Lord has called me to be. In Romans, we hear that those he predestines, he calls; those he calls, he justifies; and those he justifies, he glorifies. That the Lord has called us all to this beautiful vocation, first to holiness, but then in a particular way, whether it be to priesthood or to married life. But kind of growing up, priesthood was never on my mind. I know some priests who knew they wanted to be priests from the time they were like 5. I did not feel a call until much later in life. I say much later. Then again, I have classmates who were in their 50s when they were ordained, so not that late in life, but still later than some others. I'm Irish and Italian, so very much, I would say, very Catholic upbringing in terms of that's what we did, because culturally, in both the Irish and Italian side, we're Catholic. I will say it was very nominally Catholic. So I was baptized as a baby, came up in the sacraments. My dad always jokes that he would have to bribe me to get to mass, when I was a kid. And he would say, like, all right, well, we'll grab McDonald's for breakfast if you come and we go to mass. But, I was a small child, so mass wasn't interesting to me. And I remember when I was being interviewed leading into ordination, and the communications department from the diocese was like, so tell us about how you were an altar server, and tell us about how you went to Catholic school, and tell us about how you did all these Catholic things. And I said, I was never an altar server. I didn't go to Catholic school. I went to public school until seminary. Seminary was my first Catholic school. I wasn't involved in high school youth group. I never did life teen or anything like that. I wish I could say that that was my upbringing. I wish I could say that that was a huge aspect of my life. If I'm being honest, it wasn't. That's not to say that was not raised in a loving household or anything like that. Definitely a lower middle class family, 2-income family. Parents had enough to provide for us, but definitely not anything extravagant by any means the word. But if there's anything I remember from childhood, and those fond memories that I have are those times of coming together as a family. That was always something that was a very big priority for us, and not just around the holidays. I mean, my parents' house was always the central point where the family would gather together for holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that, but just birthdays and other stuff as well. And we'd have 20, 30 people over at the house. So those were always special moments. Definitely influenced my understanding of the faith and how I approach the faith in my parish. As a parish priest, I'm called, as a secular priest, to be there among the people with the families. And so I have a deep love and respect for the family, and I desire my parish to be the place where the family is nourished, where their family can come together centered on the faith. It's so important when we try to isolate and say, no, this is faith, that's your family. It's a dichotomy that shouldn't exist.